My husband made me feel small and told me that I am not qualified for something I went to school for. So I proved him wrong. I worked so hard this last year, my senior year of university, and was only a few credits away from a digital forensics minor concentration. I was pregnant and said I might as well. I've always been great with technology, so this wasn't a surprise to my family. Backstory: husband was my fiance until March of this year. We had our baby in May. From August to May, he was starting his new career as an engineer and had to drive an hour to and from work every day. He ended up getting a job closer to us, but this story takes place around the time he was rarely ever home with me. When I took cybercrime, the program was so new that I honestly did not know what to expect. I was actually one of the first students to ever receive the concentration. Here are some of the classes I took for an example: Top Tech, Crime, Victimization Intro to Digital Forensics, Cybercrime, Advanced Digital Forensics, Cybercrime, Foundations of Cybersecurity, Computer Information Networks, Introduction to Databases and Information Technology, Systems Thinking Theory in System Integrations. My focus was on so many different things entailing information technology. I was in over my head. It took me 4 semesters total, but the last 2 were extremely difficult to comprehend. I did though. I was extremely pregnant, planning a wedding, working on my senior seminar, and learning cybersecurity concepts. I got a 3.75 in my concentration. We had to do a project which was a packet snatcher and traffic analysis with Wireshark. We used a few other programs before this as well. The purpose of this to truly understand the contents of the event logs and the data packets. My teacher wanted us to have a good foundation in the protocols risking the TCP/IP suite. Other things we learned included intrusion detection systems, forensic techniques, and network traffic. I had so many issues trying to learn the backdoor attack. This is a way to access a computer or server while bypassing encryptions that may be in place for security. We learned about malware, network threats, protocols, the history behind these attacks, DOS attacks, even SQL injection attacks. We had to research the actual architecture of these so we could learn strategies to use the backdoor technique. Granted, we didn't use real malware, but a simulation of these for assignments. I can't go over it all because there is too much material to even lay out here or try to get strangers to understand. My point to this all: I joked about applying for an entry-level information technology job, and my husband seems to think I don't qualify. I'm offended. He has no clue how hard I worked to get the minor before graduation. I don't understand either. He is an electrical engineer, not an IT specialist. I was 8 months pregnant and couldn't even walk for graduation. The least he could have done was acknowledge the hard work and effort I did for my future. 2 days later. Well, I've tried to have a conversation about things. My husband shuts it down. I showed him Reddit. He barely read the thread. He stands on his opinion. I am a badass, intelligent, tech-savvy individual and have been since before he was in my life. I'm not going to let him tell me what I can or cannot do. He also doesn't know. I'm already talking to someone about a position in software development. They came to me. She has faith in my skill set and thinks I can do so much more with my background. The job is also way cooler, and she's willing to teach me a lot that I'll need to advance in. I've gone from considering an entry-level job to potentially joining a team of software devs engineers. Wow, has my mindset has changed in just a couple of days. I'm keeping my options open. But what this Reddit has taught me is nobody, not your friends, not your family, not even your spouse, will be a reliable support system in your success story. Only you are. It will hurt and you will question your capabilities, but it's even more reason to prove them wrong and believe in yourself. It hurts that he can't believe in me, even if it was jumping out of a plane. I wish he were my #1 supporter and valued my intelligence more. Even if he didn't, I wish he were nicer about it. I feel like a part of our entire relationship has died after this weekend, because the one person I wish cheered me on during what seems to be the impossible put me down at a vulnerable time in my life. I want someone who cheers me on so much, even if it's ridiculous and clear that I'm gonna fail. I want someone who is okay with watching me fail and succeed. I want someone who has faith in me. Who knows? I can do anything I set my mind to with determination. This job is irrelevant at this point. I just found out my #1 supporter isn't rooting for me anymore. Surround yourself with others who lift you up, not drag you down. It's not your job to live up to other people's expectations.